Ladies and gentlemen, would you please mute your cell phones? And I believe the FOP meeting is over with here.
Right.
Good. Would you please rise to salute the flag? I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mr. Platt, would you do an attendance roll call, please?
Yes, Madam President. Just telling Allison I have to do the epitome of decorum this evening. We have a full house. Mayor Romish.
Here.
President Person.
Here.
Vice President Capabianco.
Here.
Mr. Bull.
Here.
Mr. Costigan.
Here.
Mrs. Jankis.
Here.
Mrs. Haynes. Absent. Mrs. Kroback. Absent. Chief McEwen.
Here.
Mr. Wills.
Here.
Ms. Catania.
Here.
Ms. Stillwell. Absent. Ms. Matagi. Absent. Mr. Karonkowitz.
Here.
Ms. Martz. Absent. We have a quorum.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to perform a ceremonial swearing in of our new police chief, Patrick McHugh. Mayor.
You just changed me.
Just break it up for me.
Repeat after me. I, and then state your name.
I, Patrick McEwen,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the
of
Constitution
the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
and laws
and laws
of the state of Pennsylvania
of the state of Pennsylvania
and all local ordinances,
and all local ordinances,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
perform and discharge
perform and discharge
the duties
the duties
of Parkside Police
of Parkside Police
according to the law
according to the law
and the best of my ability.
and the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Get it. Maria, she's pinning.
So everybody get back.
Okay, come here.
Thank you all.
Yes, that's his time.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Chief. Look forward to working with you.
I have to call you chief.
I'll stop saying that.
Thank you so much.
They can do that.
Daniel.
All right.
I'm trying to pull this chick.
Police officers, this way.
Yes, over here.
Everything good? The ongoing tragedy that is occurring right now in Southern California reminds us all of the importance. First responders, firefighters, police officers, they are critical.
Ladies and gentlemen, those that came to attend the ceremony, please feel free to leave and congratulate our new chief.
There you go, whole room. Get everybody to? Too many people to get.
We're definitely at that stage right now.
Oh, she's daddy's girl.
Yeah, totally.
Mine's 27 and she's still good.
Yeah. Hi.
Thank you very much.
I didn't know you guys were on.
Justin, really? So you're gonna be over the VIP over there? Or you want recreation? Good, good, thank you. Yep, exactly. Did you really? Nick do it? Did Nick do it for you? Do it with Nick? Okay. That's good. Did you get your, make sure you get that certification, make a copy of it, and give it to Dave. All right? Yeah, you'll get it off of email. I was print it out. You keep a copy, Dave.
I didn't want you to
Keep it moving.
Yeah. And it was, we shall see.
We need a traffic light.
We need fire police here. We have more over the left, you notice that, right? We're over the left. Chairs.
It was a quick.
Yeah. See, Mike and Drew, Mike and Jimmy were here, too. They're all here, Jake Ryan was here, you see Jake Ryan? Jake was here too, Jake Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
With your long underwear on.
Yeah, he was here.
Cold.
It was.
Layer up, kid. Layer up.
Yeah, I kind of like the opposite. So.
Maybe we get the last person out.
Yeah.
Like Sweeney's standing.
Hey Manny, want to close them doors for me, please? When I'm there, yeah, just shut those doors. Push them out, Manny, push them out.
She will.
I know she will. See, Manny ain't no joke. See? Yeah.
Coming in, coming in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going back into the normal order of business so we can keep it moving.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Minnie. I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes for the December council meeting.
I'll make a motion to pass last month's minutes.
Second.
Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? So moved. Borough Secretary, do you have any correspondence this evening?
No, ma'am. You're quiet.
And I believe the mayor excused herself. You have the mayor's report.
Is that next? Yes, I do. Yep. Mayor's report, December 1st to December 31st, 2024. Crimes reported in December 7. 4 thefts, 1 DUI, 1 assault, 1 PFA violation. Calls for service, 140. Most prevalent, medical emergencies, 10. Suspicious persons, 8. Building checks, 7. Assist other agencies, 37. Domestics, 7. Animal complaints, 6. Accidents, 9. Traffic details, 15. Motor vehicle stops, 11. Traffic citations, 3. Warnings, 9. Non-traffic citations, 0. That is
Chief
it.
Lamy left a report. I believe he's in school. I believe he's in school tonight.
Fourth quarter 2024 Treasurers Report, Parkside Borough monies. Parkside Borough, $33,750,000. That's what we gave them. That's what we received in September of 2024. The outflow, insurance, $13,120.68. Truck repairs, maintenance, $9,597.34. Communications, $5,036.56. Building maintenance, utilities, $6,874.32, for a total of $34,628.90. This only covers expenses covered by the borough. The company has expenses above and beyond these amounts in order to maintain operations. That is it.
Super. Call to citizens, if anybody wishes to address council on agenda related items only. Yes, ma'am. Is this concerning something on the agenda?
I just wanted to publicly thank the Parkside Fire Department and Chief Lamy and Councilman Capabianco for pushing my car and solving my problem.
Oh,
Yeah, we did that soon we got left, soon we left here, we
Yes.
met you over there, we did.
Yes, I wanted that to be on the recording, and Chief Lamy wouldn't even take a donation on the spot. So,
Glad it worked out for you.
yes, so.
Thank
and
you.
her- that
That's
was-
your Parkside Fire Department.
It's very reassuring to know there are people who will help.
Yes.
And, I wanted-
Moving on to the president's report, just very briefly, our solicitor sent us all an email concerning the bid process for 2025. Just for the public's knowledge, purchases and contracts over $23,800 do require a formal bid, and I will report progress since I was long-winded last month. Moving on to the financial report.
Thank you, Madam President, Council, ladies and gentlemen. Report from Parkside Borough, date December 14th. No.
No.
I'm hoping that's a typo. All right.
Yeah, it must
Everything
be.
else, what's that?
Yeah, because everything else in the body.
Everything else lined up with the bills and everything like that, but when I was reading over the actual account statements, they made sense, but I was just reading this over. So for the report for the Parkside Borough, council meeting, January 15th, 2025, we'll have to change the treasurer's report to meet that. All bank accounts are reconciled through December 31st, 2024, including the bank reconciliations and statements for all reconciled funds for council's approval. General fund for the month of December, $112,743.13 was deposited into TD Bank, which includes a $100,000 transfer from the Pliget general account. Expenses of $136,610 were paid, including another transfer of $50,000 to Sharon Bank. During this time, $65,813.69 worth of deposits were received in the Sharon Bank general fund, including a $50,000 transfer from TD Bank. So, $64,904.29 of expenses were paid, including payroll of $59,670.47. Year-to-date interest income was $33,570.95. Below are the bank balances per the bank statements on December 31st, 2024. General account, Sharon Bank, $81,883. General account, TD Bank, $137,610. General account, Pliget, $583,643.39. The rest are de minimis, but are reconciled. I did want to point out that our year-to-date interest income of $33,000 is fantastic. This is something new for us and Pliget. So higher interest rates do benefit when you do have some savings. With that said, I will make a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? So moved.
Thank you, Madam President. Moving along, I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
I will abstain.
Thank you.
Real quick, I wanted to thank basically everybody on council. I had a question yesterday regarding monthly bill for January, and I got the answers that I needed very quickly. So thank you, everyone, for that. And it was based basically off of the company being sold to the name change. So it appeared anomalous and was solved very quickly. So
That's what happens when you get the right people involved.
it does seem to move smoothly.
Yep.
So I did get the motion to pay the bills.
Yes,
All right. I'd like to move on to the open space report.
sure.
We're just collecting the trees adjacent to the access road. They will be recycled as soon as, most of the people have taken Christmas now. So with that, I will recommend or say general progress, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Junior council report, Mr. Costigan?
I can just report general progress. Rasha and Brianna are both at the National Honor Society,
Oh, good.
and Daniel's helping with the quiz. Daniel didn't have anything to report on his part.
Super. Recreation report, Ms. Allison or our secretary, somebody have a report?
My pleasure. The Recreation Committee is excited to continue putting on the events for our residents. Our first event for 2025 is coming up on February the 8th. It's our Me and My VIP dance. Flyers have been getting handed out for the event. Plus, we have flyers here at the borough. Do we?
Yes.
Just checking. We also printed out some of our new, that lists all the 2025 events on our calendar.
That's what I have.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the flyer.
All right, so we need flyers here for the dance. When the weather breaks, we'll be delivering those to every home in Parkside, the all listing of all of our 2025 events. We're also happy to announce that we added another event to our calendar this year. It's an event for our seniors, so stay informed as the events come through. Our Facebook page, information on our 2025 calendar. As usual, any questions or suggestions, feel free to email us, parksiderec19015@gmail, and volunteers are always welcome.
Super. Thank you for doing that. Police and Public Safety, Vice President Capabianco.
Thank you very much, Madam President. I can report general progress for public safety and code enforcement and license and inspections.
Moving right along, any report from Mrs. Grovat?
Moving.
Then we'll report progress. Public Works and Property, Allison Yang.
Okay, I just wanted to circle back because I wasn't at the meeting last month and just kind of give some more kudos to Ryan for doing such a great job with the new equipment for the leaf collection. From what I read in the details, there were 18 truckloads. That's a lot. So that was really great. And then just kind of transitioning, because I know my trees that I have at my house, the leaves don't fall. In fact, there's probably still leaves on my tree. So just being able to transition from that fall and that huge leaf collection to the first snow of the season that we just had, Public Works and everybody that is involved, making sure that our streets were really cleared well. They did a great job. And just to address the ongoing issue with the HVAC system that we've been struggling with for a couple years now. First, it was the air conditioning. Now it's the no heat in the police station. So I know Nick and Ryan and, Bob came into play for some, temporary fixes. And I think I just overheard a little bit of a conversation about hopefully we'll have some of those funds to start divvying up soon, at $75,000. And then I know we have some motion coming up in new business. So hopefully we'll be able to, after a couple of years of struggling with this HVAC issue, get this stuff resolved for the building and the people that work in it. And then lastly, I know that council's aware, but I just, as a recreation committee person at heart, our lovely little Christmas tree that is no longer at the West Home Memorial I know Shirley let me know that that was something that was done through a grant. I'm looking at you, Doug. You know, so I don't know if in the spring that's something we could address and try to get another one planted and cared for.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, all
It's
right.
very difficult to get a tree this time of year.
Yeah, no, not right now, but I just kind of wanted to put it on the
Anybody has a
record, like.
pine tree that they don't want?
We did the best we could at the tree
Please,
lighting this year,
drop it
which was
off
kind
here.
of funny, but, you know, we made it through. But yeah, it would be nice to have something else.
It died
It
in
did.
the fall.
Yes, it did.
And the needles that were left were barely holding on
Yes, they
for
were.
the Christmas event
The drought didn't help them.
and the drought.
You may be able to check with
Listen, I'm not an
Delaware
arborist.
County Conservation District. And I know that they have deciduous trees, but if they have any evergreens, I'm not sure, but it's worth a phone call.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
Let's make that one of our goals for the spring, is
Would love
to get that poor thing out of there
Yeah.
and have it replaced. Also, as Allison mentioned, our secretary has been trying to get our state rep. In November, we received a ceremonial check, but we have not received the 75,000 real money yet. And Bob has been in touch several times and has been told that there are other LSAs that are sitting there, and ours is one of them. So by the end of the month, we should have that 75,000 real money in the bank.
Persistence, Robert.
I'll go pick it up.
With these
Yeah, I'll take the
grants.
ceremonial.
Yep, it's persistence.
Please let us know, or maybe Donna could let us know.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get a check or whether it'll be deposited, but
I'm assuming
we'll
it's gonna
find
be
out.
an ACH.
We'll find out. We'll let you know.
Moving on to emergency management, Mr. Smith had a conflict this evening. He reported progress, and to also let us council know that the commercial inspection letters for this year have been sent out. Hometown Heroes, Mr. Constantine, do you have anything?
Just a reminder that the deadline to submit new applications is March 7th. So please make sure to submit your applications for your Hometown Hero banner by March 7th.
You want to keep going?
Yes, for recycling, the totals for the month of December, for trash, we had 97.89 tons. For recycling, 16.87 tons. And a reminder that there is no recycling next week due to the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday.
Super. Thank you, Michael. Did Mrs. Haynes leave anything for communication?
No, ma'am.
Sure, report progress. Tax collectors report?
No report from him, but I talked with him today. I've gotten a few phone calls the last few days from residents or property owners wondering when they're gonna see their tax bills. Confirmed with him today, I'll be on February.
Beginning of February? Engineers report is continued.
Thank you, Madam President. I believe on the agenda a little later on, we received proposals for the new HVAC systems in the police station. All of the contractors are CoStar's authorized contractors, so they have a contract. We do not have to bid that project. The low bid was that of, I'm not gonna go through all of this, but Divide Brothers. There are about a dozen and a half mechanical contractors on the list that service Delaware County. So I took the most local of those and asked them to give us proposals, with the exception of one, because we've had issues. We, Catania Engineering, through our municipalities, had issues with that one contractor. We received 2 bids for the project, so that will be on the agenda later in new business. Wanted to report that the February the 3rd, I believe it is, will be the deadline for the bid for Edgemont Avenue, which means they'll start in the spring when we actually can get paving materials. And I do have a request from FEMA to do the annual floodplain report. I'll need some information. I highly doubt that we've done any construction within the floodplain, considering the fact that the floodplain is the whole tiny section right at the beginning of Woodlot is the whole floodplain area in Parkside. So I'll get that report done. That's online. And I believe everything else is general progress. We're waiting on grant awards at this point.
I just want to clarify on the HVAC system. We have no air conditioning in the offices. We have no heat in the police department. So that these units will be heat pumps and/or individuals, and you and I discussed this, but I wanted council to be aware that this 75,000 hopefully will take care of air conditioning and heat.
So the way this works, you have heat pump and you also have a furnace. The heat pump will take care of the air conditioning, the furnace will take care of the heat. Right now, the proposal that we have is for the police have 2 units in their section, we'll call it. Because we have the $75,000, the unit that is in the administration office is about the same amount of money, about $19,000. So we would be able to give them a change order to do that 3rd unit, should that be council's wish. Again, I believe the one that is in the administration office is a straight heat pump. So you'll have a condensing unit that's replaced and the air handler that is the heat, and the over in the police station, you have an air handler that takes care of the air conditioning and a furnace in the one unit, and the other unit is a straight HVAC system.
I mean, if we have this money, let's get the air and the heat for the
Yeah,
entire building
it's a brand,
corrected.
well, the entire
So-
building is 5 units.
Right.
So the entire building, my cost estimate, when we did the original LSA was for $101,000, and that was for all 5 units. And I added some duct work because I wasn't sure when we start moving or replacing duct or units that we may have some duct work to do. So we can very easily get 4 of those, 3 of those, I should say, not 4, unless the borough wants to pay for a 4th one. But we should be able to get 3 of those in for the 75 we got,
Okay.
with the 100 we thought we were getting.
And we can make a motion this evening to get the 3 units so that
Correct.
we don't have to go through this again in March. Let's get it all together as one, have the solicitor draw up the necessary agreements, get the money in from the state so we can move forward before spring. And we're not all saying how warm it is in the borough offices.
Yeah, and I think it's probably better this way. We have a contract that knows we'll have to do it. I have to get the number by putting the 800 on it, not to exceed that number.
Right.
Unless there's unknown condition. But they're going to replace, that would be the three units that we know are in.
Because we're still, for the 3 units, we're still about 60,000, not counting duct work.
Yeah.
Any
See what that number was.
problems that we would arise with wiring and such. So if we can do the 3 units, let's do it.
So if I do.
Well, why are we waiting the spring? When we just get the money, get the contract, get it
Well,
done?
that's what I'm saying, instead of waiting until spring.
Okay.
Let's-
I thought-
We'll do
I
that this
thought-
evening under new business.
We did spend a lot on duct work.
I'm
We
sorry.
did.
We spent a lot
Yeah.
of money
We
on duct
took-
work a few years ago.
Yes.
We took all of the
32,000.
flexible duct work and made it hard
Yeah.
duct work.
We did, about 4 years ago, spent about
We
32,000.
shouldn't need any duct work.
Does anybody have any questions or concerns for our engineer?
Oh, I did.
Then we'll move on to Mr. Wells.
Yes. Thank you, Madam President, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I will limit the solicitor's report this evening to 2 salient points. Number 1 concerns the property at 133 East Roland Road. This property owner last year had filed an application for a zoning permit to utilize the property to conduct a home-based federal firearms license business. This business traditionally involves the sale, transfer, and manufacturing of firearms and ammunition. Now, this property is situated in the borough's R1 zoning district that does not permit such use. The property owner was advised if they were aggrieved by the decision of the zoning officer to file an appeal with the zoning hearing board. I've been advised that said appeal has recently been filed. A hearing date has not yet been set by the zoning hearing board. It's my understanding that the borough will authorize me to appear at the zoning hearing board to represent the best interest of the borough, and I assume that would be to oppose this particular application. Secondly, concerns delinquent trash fee accounts. I've been in contact with our tax collector with regard to the furnishing of a list of delinquent outstanding trash fee accounts for 2024. That list is expected to be procured and furnished to me by the end of this month. As is tradition, I will initially forward a letter to those delinquent property owners, reminding them of their financial obligations to the borough, give them an additional 30 days grace period to satisfy that delinquency. And of course, if they fail to satisfy the delinquency within that period of time, we would of course then file the requisite municipal lien against the property with the Delaware County Court. And with that, Madam President, I can report general progress.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think that address is wrong, 133 is wrong.
Oh, what's it?
I got it too. It's that, isn't it that guy who wants to do the firearms at his house?
yes.
It's on East Shelton.
Oh, it's at 133 East Shelton.
He filled out the form.
No, it's East Shelton.
Can we
I will check in
verify
again
that?
tomorrow, but no, 133, I know that house.
Okay, we'll verify that for the
I
application.
just want to make sure it's on the
East
record.
Shelton or East Roland, right? Yeah,
It's on East Shelton.
I would say he filled out the form. So, right?
yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we have public citizens on non-related agenda items. If anybody wants to address council, we'd like to hear it.
Yes, Andrew Slowick, 142 East Roland. My only question is, since we have a new police chief, are we going to have to get a new officer to replace him?
No.
We're just going to go with the troops that we have right now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Minnie Domenico. Have we had right to rent news yet this year?
Not, I think, no.
We have one.
We had one that was denied because we don't have the information on surveying private property.
I'm sorry, we had two. There is a second one.
I'm sorry.
There's a second one from Brenda, looking for the parking permits.
Did that come in right after the new year?
Yeah.
Yes.
And can we maybe research or look into getting speed signs, especially on the west side? I know Beechwood Road and a lot of other ones have no speed signs. And these people just zip up and down because there is no speed limit signs. My dog got hit because,
Oh, I'm sorry.
you know,
We can ask Ryan to do a survey. I know we have some signs in the garage. I don't know what we would need to purchase, but the ground's too hard to put them in at this point.
yeah,
We can ask Ryan to do a survey, as he's plowing snow, of what streets could use some extra slow down signs. And I mentioned it last month, if the budget can hold it, we are looking to put up one of those speed signs that are solar powered. And it would rotate from the different streets.
right.
And again, we have to wait to see if the budget can hold it. And if we can do it, we could put one on the east side, one on the west side, and we just have them rotated throughout the streets. And sometimes people need to see that.
Yeah. And in the spring, would we be thinking about speed bumps again? Because that was a big help,
We had the problem of,
the equipment. We won't say the truth.
I'm trying to think of this. How to put it. We had a resident complain that the motion we made at council was in effect illegal. And we had to wait a month to redo the motion, rescind the old one, redo the motion. And then by then, we were coming into the fall and we needed to obtain a generator and we needed the pegs to put down the speed bumps. We have that.
Right,
So once the weather breaks, we will be able to start that again.
okay, thank you.
And I'm sure Miss Allison will have that on Ryan's schedule as soon as we get it.
I'll make
The temperature rises above 9.
Yeah.
Does anybody else wish to address council? If not, we're going to continue. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have any old business this evening? Hearing no old business, I'll entertain a motion to ratify the bid process to obtain costs for the HVAC system that we just got done talking
I
about.
will make that motion.
Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? I'll entertain a motion to award the HVAC replacement project for no more than $75,000
I'll make that
to
motion.
Divine Brothers.
Second.
Can you amend that motion, please?
Yes.
That it's under CoStar's contract 008E322.
Could you give me that again? 008
E is in Elizabeth,
E, got it,
22.
22.
322 or 22? 22.
I'll amend the motion to make sure that we include that this contract is under CoStar, which for those that are not familiar with, is a state-approved list of vendors and equipment and supplies. Contract number 008E22, and the awards for Devon Brothers.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? So moved. I'd like to entertain a motion to authorize Mr. Wills to represent the borough at the zoning hearing board concerning an application made to have a firearms business in his home.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any questions on the motion?
It does actually say 133 East Roland on the application,
It does, okay.
or at least where it came through. you know.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? So moved. I'd like to make a motion or entertain a motion to approve $100 donation to Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful Fund.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? So moved. Does anybody on council have any new business, old business, or monkey
Madam
business?
President, I don't know if I brought it up during my report. Our annual audit will be February 3rd and 4th. They always do a very thorough job, so by all means, if they call and they ask you any questions, please help them out. It'll keep things moving along. That's all I
And
have.
I have already heard from our auditor, I will be issuing a letter with regard to litigation or lack thereof, but good news.
The lack thereof.
Yes.
It's good news.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I told you, 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Yeah, 40 minutes, you got.
Let me tell you, it took 15 minutes to get the people out of the room.
Good, Shirley.
Thank you.
You hold the record.
No, got it. Thank you, everyone.
Next month,